My name's Andrew Scurlock, and I'm going to show you how to make a traditional Christmas eggnog. We have taken 6 eggs, separated them beforehand, and let them come to room temperature. We're going to take the yolks and whisk them very briskly until they've doubled in volume, and then we're going to add some sugar with a pinch of kosher salt to them. This is a more traditional eggnog, meaning that it's more highly alcoholic and less sweet than the eggnogs you'll find in the stores today. If you have a KitchenAid or other mixer, you can certainly use that, and I recommend it. Okay, so we're about halfway there. You can see that the yolks are getting thicker, and as I make what's called, I'm going to do a ribbon test to see if the yolks will stay when you put a little stream on top. They're not quite there yet, so we're just going to continue whisking. Okay, so this is the volume we want, and you can see as I pick the whisk up and let the yolks run back onto themselves, how it doesn't immediately just sink back in, but sits on top. That's what you're looking for. At this point, we're going to take about 1/3 cup of sugar with just a pinch of kosher salt in it, and we're going to slowly whisk this in. Done. Once you have the sugar fully incorporated, we're going to take our alcohol. The alcohol can vary depending on personal taste, whatever recipe you're using. For this one, we're using equal parts brandy, bourbon, and rum. You want to whisk this in very slowly. Make sure it's fully incorporated before you add the next batch. Whisking straight down from the sides of your whisk to get everything fully incorporated. And as the emulsion takes, you can go a little bit faster. Now we have 2 cups of heavy cream and 2 cups of milk, both of which came from the farmer's market, Smith's Creamery. Great little dairy. Stir that in. And that's our base. Just put that to the side for now. And now more whisking. This is our 6 egg whites that we're going to whip to stiff peaks and then fold into the yolk and alcohol mixture with the cream. So just whisk vigorously until they've approximately tripled in volume, and when you pick the whisk up, it will hold stiff peaks. So we've achieved stiff peak stage, which means when you pick the whisk up, the egg whites will hold stiff peaks and not just collapse back onto themselves or fall off the whisk. The most important thing to remember when you're whipping egg whites is to make sure there's no yolk in your whites and that your bowl is very clean, because any soap residue or any fat will keep your egg whites from whipping properly. Take your base, scrape your whites in there. And very gently you want to fold the egg whites in. You don't want to use your whisk to stir them in, because that will make the whites lose volume and will affect the texture of the eggnog. It's best to keep the egg whites, to have all the eggs at room temperature while you're doing this. The eggnog itself should be served very cold. It's also best to age it for a couple of days, which allows the alcohol to cook the egg. The egg whites have been fully incorporated. We're now going to serve up a glass. And the traditional garnish for eggnog is freshly grated nutmeg on top. Just a little bit, as freshly grated nutmeg is very strong, very pungent. And that's it. A very traditional glass of eggnog for your holiday celebrations.